Also the KTR, usually a full tech competition, laps mode, and always the last player after each lap, as it's an endurance race, and every lap the last place driver gets eliminated. But today, Ice Edition. So finally, for the very first time, it's not full tech, which I like, but then it's full ice, which I completely dislike. That's even worse than tech. Naja. Question is, who's taking part here? Maybe the ice players don't know about it. If that's the case, then there is a chance to finally win this cup. If only the typical tech players join here. Ah, I see bad. I see bad 1248 in first place, so yeah, we know our winner already. Because on ice I think it will be easy for people to come back. Also I think Bad can even do mistakes, for example, and lose multiple seconds, but he won't be last. And then he will have caught up. Or he will quickly create such a big gap to the knocking out players that there's no chance he will get knocked out himself. But yeah, we will see. Also Ice Endurance is the first time for me. Map by Symptom, and also had a kinda vibe of a Symptom Ice map, actually. But that's it already. A very short map. At least not much to learn then. You will have still the typical ice issue, that when you're once out of the flow and you have a lower speed, like lower gear than normal, then you might get into big issues here. Hello, Vonario Strike. Yeah, there were thousands of tech editions, not that many. Like the cup is happening maybe once a month. It's not very consistent when it happens. I'm waiting for a mixed edition. For me the full tech was always like a little bit too much. Also for me this thing is, I still didn't win this cup. I was not far away, and I think the very last edition there was a chance to win. Even though Feed is playing very often in this competition here, and he was also there in that case, but he made sometimes mistakes. And naja, but there are just enough tech players that like one or two of them will come through and beat me. So was not able to win yet. On ice, we will have to see. Also they need to fuck up a little bit, then it's possible. Question is if I fuck up. As it looks very consistent so far, but I just look at the local records and I'm a second behind first. Yeah, this is the part where I lost a lot. Can you isolate with cruise control? Yes, you can. But you will have the issue that when you want to go out of the ice slide, you cannot release in order to do that. Cruise control is always giving you speed. But you lose the cruise control here at the checkpoint already. Opal is on the server and burn bagels and yeah, okay, well. It's very unlikely that this is gonna be our edition today. Based on the position. In the end, it's not really that much of a knockout. Also, if you look at the fight for the win, it's not really that much of a knockout. It's just an endurance race for a several amount of laps and then it's over. The final in this kind of knockout is not really necessarily exciting because between position 1 and 2 could be already multiple seconds of a difference. And you don't really have a fight in the final. That's very likely to happen, that you don't have a fight. There are some positions where you have fights, and sometimes I had that last time, for example. I was able to snipe 2 places and got 3rd instead of 5th. So I was 5th, I was going out, and then I sniped in the last turn the 4th place, and he got knocked out and was 5th and I was 4th, and then in the next lap I sniped even the 3rd place. But it only works if you're close to them, or if they make big mistakes. Fifth local. But that's something. And that's something you shouldn't do. I have 0 speed. Cruise control. Cruise control 0 speed. Amazing. If it was single lap times, then, also first of all, you will have some overlaps at some point, and then you would need to wait super long always. Like the first players, if they have done a super bad lap, they would maybe need to wait ages until the guys that are already overlap behind also finish their run. To see who gets knocked out might be very confusing, and it's then kinda just a normal knockout. It is then round space, no? So every lap you look who's the worst, so basically like a normal knockout where every round you look who's the worst time. Just that you do it on an endurance map where nobody starts at the same time, so it's a worse knockout. So I don't think that this would be a nice solution. So we have to train the start again. Micka's on the server. Oh, hey. How did I know about that? Yeah, so I think it's Micka versus Opale. Opale because I think he's more consistent than some other of the ice players. If he had this Swedish guy that wins a lot of Cup of the Days, he would also be having chances. How many players are we in total? Because that decides how many rounds. 28. I'm 8th best, but that was 1 round. My 2nd best lap is quite slower. How's it going? Okay-ish. I'm always a bit annoyed after I played the Bon Cup. I think I will this time even write something about the point system. This is the most unfun competition for me. Because it doesn't reward any good driving. But then I will be again the only one, no? And yeah. I mean, it's just obvious that the point system in the Bon Cup nerfs me the most. Consistent 10th or 12th or something place of 100 players, and you get nothing. Okay, not live yet. Warm up 30 seconds, then we start. So you cannot really save in this kind of knockout here, no? Because if you lose time to the leaders, then you will get knocked out at some point ahead of them. It is just an endurance race. But it will be, even if I get knocked out a bit earlier, it will be interesting to see who will take it. I'm having my fight against Super Kaloof, I would say. Super Kaloof is doing really good on other styles as well. In Ice against him, it could be interesting. Because usually in attack editions I would also... yeah, he would be very tough to beat, but I would fight with him. In the chat who's eliminated, and I'm 4 seconds behind first already, even though I drove clean. today I uploaded onto YouTube the previous edition on tech, where the win was in reach. But yeah, on tech I'm always on better positions than this. The only hope I had is that ice players, because it's usually a full tech competition, don't notice or don't know about the cup. And then I play against the typical tech players or some mixed players, and I have actually a chance with such a consistent performance to win. But on this kinda easy ice map, if it was a difficult ice map I would also suck more. But on this easy ice map they will not do mistakes. Now I have low speed. And only 11 players are left. My color will be red. Or the color of my number will be red. The thing is, in the top places, yeah, one mistake and you're probably out of the fight for first. If you would slide out or crash to inside or something, crash against the cruise control like I did, you would lose some seconds. I think it's not possible to catch it up again. Usually on ice maps it would be probably possible, but this map is too simple. If people would crash here, I would be on a better position myself. Even though they can afford some crashes, they would still be ahead of me, like the fast guys of them at least. Oh, I'm 5 seconds behind first. Also, some people that were in front must have crashed. Because I only lost 1 second now. To the leader. Also 1.5 since I looked the last time. And it's long ago that I looked the last time. And I lost in just a few of the first laps already 4 seconds. So some guy that was leading in the start probably made a mistake. And is now trying to catch up again, or he got eliminated, but I guess he's still there and trying to catch up everything. I got eliminated. As 9th place, I got overtaken in the last turn by that guy. That's the problem, you don't really know how many players are still in if you don't look at the interface. I don't know if it's even showing. Here it shows in the top, very small. So this guy is now out, and Spoda is the next guy. He has also some gap. Interesting is of course the fight for first, but shall I tell you something? I've beaten Micka. And I've beaten Otgor. Super Kaluf is 22nd by the way. But I've beaten Micka! I'm better on ice than Micka! Oh, Opal. Oh, Opal is also out. Like my two favorites then when I saw that they are on the server. Burnt Bagels and Bad are actually having a fight for first. But this is happening later. Spoda, first of all, is behind Bonario Strike. And Bonario Strike has a very, very wonky line in the end, but he will remain ahead of Spoda, and that means Spoda is knocked out. Bonario Strike, however, lost so much time that he's probably knocked out next. We have a battle here. Actually, they are not far behind Burnt Bagels and Bad. So the top 4 are interesting. We just have to wait for Bonario Strike to get eliminated, and this is the battle here. And whoever wins this battle between Aziz and Whoopsie has still a chance to maybe snipe one of the top 2 if they make small mistakes. Whoopsie with the overtake, also much better speed over the cruise control. And this might be Whoopsie, who secures the podium here in that last lap. And who has a shot in trying to... so annoying. Trying to maybe even get one more position there. Burnt Bagels in the lead. It's only 1.5 more laps to go. And he has a good lead over second place. So even if Bad wins the fight against Whoopsie, he has to risk in order to catch up to Burnt Bagels. And he makes a small mistake, and Whoopsie is doing the 360. Oh, he could have maybe passed there. And Bad is just giving up. Well. No, the ice map in the volcano was not like this one. This map here is consistently driven in some lower gear where you cannot slide out, and if I remember the Volcano ice map, you could slide out there.